It was a matchup made in Elko for the Cowboys in the know. Called the rough and ready knockdown final to All Ranch Rodeo. The Texans entered up a team they thought could never lose when they bet their reps against the Jordan Valley Buckaroos. You can tell from where they hailed if you put them up for bids. All the Buckaroos wore fancy scarves and Amish-looking lids, while the Texans wore their jackets for the brush down in the draws and them $20 roll-your-own cheap Guatemalan straws. It was Blucher versus Liddy. It was leggings versus chinks. It was rye versus tequila. It was leppies versus dinks. It was sagebrush versus cactus. It was ear-tick versus fly. It was poco bueno versus sloggers raised on alkali. Well, the Texans took an early lead. Roping showed their stuff. But the bucking horse fandango showed the Buckaroos were tough. They branded in a dead heat, but in deference to the crowd, both sides were harshly penalized for cussing so dang loud. So the teams were standing even when the final contest came. Untamed ungulate extraction, wild cow milking by name. They loosed the beasts together, let the calves to boil and mill, and the two teams fell upon them like hyenas on a kill. The buckaroo a horseback threw his 40-footer right and dallied just about the time the Texans' rope came tight. Their trajectories collided in a ball and bucking wreck. Both the ropes and cows got tangled and they wound up neck to neck. In the meantime, two big muggers, two milkers brave and bold, attacked the knot of thrashing hide and tried to get a hold of something, hoofer or spur or foot or can of snooze. And then by accident, some dummy turned the bawling calves loose. There's hair and teeth and eyeballs in the picture now and then. There was mustache lips and swinging bags. Some thought they saw a hen flashing briefly through the dust cloud. Wild images remain. A painting done in cow manure. A mating sandhill crane. To describe the cataclysm would create an overload. But a photograph was taken, and this is what it showed. At the summit pointed skyward were the Texas mugger's toes. His arm around a buckaroo, his fingers up his nose, who in turn was mounted sideways, laid across a bally black, who was laying on a milker who was smashed flat on his back. The Bramer cow was balanced on her head amidst the jag, while the Texan fought her baby for possession of the bag. From the cyclone flew two milkers, bottles high for you to see, like two winos at a party where the wine and cheese was free. The buckaroo's hind leg was dragging like he'd lost the farm, but he kept his place by clinging to the Texan's broken arm. They fell across the finish line and stumbled in the dirt. The judge declared the buckaroo the winner by a squirt. Since the race looked pert near even, the judge said with a shrug, the winner is the cowboy with the most milk in his jug. I object, cried out the Texan. Our old cow just had 3 tits. Well, that's a handicap, the judge said. I'll admit it's sure the pits. But in fairness to the buckaroo who dallies for his kicks, if you added all his fingers, he could barely count to 6.